Hello, thank you for listening to this episode of the Mars October Rants. Today's rant is going to be titled Guys Without Money. Because recently I've been having conversations with women. Obviously, some men also think this, but it's been most women, like most women have told me this, and, because it pertains to women, where they talk about relationships and they say that they wouldn't mind dating a man who didn't have any money, or they don't care if a guy doesn't have money. And I laugh at them, and it's usually over the internet. They say this to me, and, I laugh at them and I call them a liar because if you think about it, they're lying, and I said this, I'm like, hey, fellas, go home and tell your wife or girlfriend that you're not making any more money and you're not going to make any more money and you're broke. Or I think I said something like, hey, guys, go on Tinder or any type of, dating site. And that girl that you've been taking on dates and it's the second date, tell her that you don't have any more money and you're not going to have any more money, and see how long that woman is interested in you, or see how long your marriage lasts or whatever. Because one of the main reasons couples fight is finances, and you can even look that up. That's one of the reasons why people fight. And a woman doesn't want to feel like she's taking care of you, and that is going to be the death of a relationship. And for women to say they don't care that a guy makes money or they would still date him, I'm like, sure you would. Like, they're so lying, and it's just so funny. And then I took it to the extreme. I said, what about a guy that has no money and has no license and no car? Would you still date him? And then some of them were like, yeah, if he's a nice guy, if he treats me right. And then I'm like, sure you would. It's so funny. Women are so afraid to admit that they don't want to look like a gold digger, but, there's a difference between a gold digger and, just someone wanting to be with someone who has enough money to support themselves, because no one wants to be with anybody without any fucking money, and, it's maybe it's different for men, because a man will be with a woman who doesn't have a lot of money or doesn't have any money, because he'll take care of her, and he'll pay for all her expenses, because that's usually what men do. That's what men back in the day did. They were raised to take care of a woman. But now, since women want to be the independent woman and be a boss bitch or a boss babe, and they want to make their own money and be independent, I think that men should stop paying for women, and women should pay their own way now. And, that's how it is. Women don't need no man, or they don't need any man taking care of them or whatever it is. They're independent now. We're in the independent era, so women can start paying for things themselves. And I don't want to hear any of them complain about a man not making enough money. But, I'm making this because we know in reality that these women, they want men who make money. Like, sometimes it's not even about their money. Like, they can have money and be fine, but they want a man who makes money, regardless if they're using his money or not. It's just something that women like in a man, like it's like a he knows what he wants, and he's, ambitious. Like, women want a man who's ambitious, and they don't ever want to feel like they're taking care of you. So women can bullshit me and say they don't care if a man doesn't have any money, they'd still love him regardless. And that's not true. But, I'm not going to sit there and argue with them about it. I'm not going to sit there and try to have a debate about it. I'm a man, so I can speak for men, and, it's bullshit. These women, they don't want nothing to do with men who don't have money. And, like, that's what I said to these guys. I'm like, try that. Go online, and that chick that you've been taking on a date, or you haven't took out on a date yet, tell her about how you have zero money and you're not going to have any money, like I said, and see how long that chick is interested in you. She's going to find someone else really quick. And it's funny because these women deep down, like, they know they care about money, and they try to, like I said, they try to not seem like gold diggers, but it doesn't really work. But we all know the truth. It's been the truth for a very long time. Women really need a guy with money, and maybe there's that really rare woman out there who doesn't care about money. Maybe, because there's a difference between a guy making a little money and making no money. If he makes decent money, or, like maybe minimum wage, maybe that. But I'm talking about guys that make like no money, and because I've talked to a guy, and he said that he doesn't make any money, that he's broke, and he still has girlfriends and has sex and stuff. So I don't know, maybe they exist out there, but I'm talking about the majority. There's always an exception to the rule, It's and one of the things that I remember him saying to me is that you don't mess with women or talk to women that don't have any money, because then they're going to look for you for money. Talk to women and deal with women who have their own money, so they're not worried about that. So you can actually talk to them and know that they're not with you for your money because they already have money. Especially if you're broke, get with women who have money. And there's some truth to that. But I think for a lot of men, like, I'll give you this advice, then I'll leave. But I think if you're going to mess with women, I think you need to have money. Like, you need to make a decent amount of money, because women aren't cheap. And again, it's not just about taking care of them. It's them wanting you to look like you're ambitious. And it's not always about taking care of them. It's about you, having enough money. And, it's really important to have money, especially when you're dating, taking them on dates, buying them stuff, driving and travel. It's really important to have money if you're dating. And that's probably why a lot of people aren't really dating right now, because they don't have that. And that's good. It's good to admit that to yourself. But anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Morris October Rant. Signing out. Have a good one, guys.